Oryx made war on the Ecumene for 100 years. At the end of those 100 years, he killed the Ecumene Council on the Fractal Wreath, and from their blood rose Xivu Arath, saying, "I am war, and you have conjured me back with war." Oryx was glad, for he loved Xivu Arath. The Ecumene wailed in grief. Then Oryx and Xivu Arath made war on the Ecumene for 40 years. At the end of those 40 years, Oryx said to the Dakawa nest, "Listen, I am jealous of my sibling, Xivu Arath. Help me kill her." And in desperation they agreed. But he drove the Dakawa nest into a trap, and they were made extinct. From their ashes rose cunning Savathun, saying, "I am trickery, and you have conjured me back with trickery." Oryx was glad, for he loved Savathun. The Ecumene fled into the void. Then they made war on the Ecumene for 1,000 years, and exterminate them so wholly that nowhere except in this book are they remembered. This book and the mind of Teox, who was not found. And Savathun said, "King Oryx, how will we feed our worms? Did you use my plan?" Oryx told the hive, "I am the taken king, and here is my law. You thrall, each of you will claw and scream and kill what you can. Take enough killing to feed your womb and a little more to grow. Tithe the rest to the acolyte who commands you. You acolytes, lead your thrall in battle. Take enough to feed your worm and a little more to grow. Then take the tithe of the thrall you lead. Then tithe remainder to the knight or wizard who commands you. Thus you pay tribute. You knights and wizards, lead your followers in battle. Take enough devastation to feed your worm and a little more to grow, and take the tithe of your followers. Then take another portion, as much as you dare, and use it for your own purposes. But if it is too much, your peers will kill you and take it. Then tithe the remainder to the ascendant you serve. An ascendant will be those among the hive who gather enough tribute to enter the netherworld. They will pay a tithe to those above them. And thus the tribute will flow up the chain, so that Savathun and Xivu Arath and myself will be fed by a great river of tribute, and we will use that excess to feed our gods and to study the deep. Thus, all worms will be fed, as long as we continue our crusade. This is my law. I carve it thus in ruin. Hayat.